Konnichiwa minasan, Animated Dreams here with a full review of Matoi Ryuko from Kill la Kill. This figure is manufactured by Phat Company. She stands at 1 1/8 scale, which is about 15 centimeters for this figure, or 9 inches, or actually no, 6 inches. About 6 inches. And this is the Kamui Senketsu version of this figure. And pretty soon here, I'm going to get into the box to show you what it looks like. And actually, the box has a nice extra to it, and I think you'll like it. So when the Kill la Kill series came out, I actually didn't get on the hype train like everyone else did. I only saw a couple images here and there from my Tumblr page, and that's when I got hooked to it. And then I got on the hype train when it came out. Here we see more color schemes here on the box, matching Ryuko's color scheme as well. Honestly, I was so hooked on Kill la Kill that I went to an event with one of my friends at an expo to watch a concert of Kill la Kill. So if you're wondering why the top of the box is being shown, it's because you can do this with the box, and I think this is awesome. You can put up the flap, and if you look at it, it looks like Senketsu, which is cool. So the addition to putting the eyes in is actually nice. Here is the instruction manual that the box has. A short glance of the first part of the instruction manual. And on the other side is just a few more images of how to put the swords into her hands. And from here we're going to go into the base to show you what it looks like. And this is the platform of rubble that Ryuko stands on. So on this one there's 2 holes, and each of her high heels, go into the holes. And right on this rock, it's actually removable, and it can be replaced by another rock, which I'll show you soon. And here's another angle of the platform. And here we're going to get into the items that the figure has. This is the piece of rock that you can replace. And you can see that there's a small plastic and transparent part to this piece of rock. And in this angle you can see it better. This is where her left knee goes in to be a little more stable when you put her on the platform. The open fist that Ryuko has for her decapitation mode. I'll rotate it around a little bit to see more detail. Honestly, I should have put off the extra peg that they put in there to show you a little bit more of the detail in the palm. And then the open hand when she's not in decapitation mode. So again, the closed fist is for decapitation mode, and the open hand is for the regular scissor blade. Now to Katatachi Basami, her red scissor blade. I hope I said that right. And here's another angle of the blade. And you can actually take off the part of her handle to put it into her hand to hold it. And here is decapitation mode. You're not going to hear me say that in Japanese. But this blade is pretty big, and there's actually 2 places where you detach the blade for you to put it into the figure. And where I'm holding it right now is actually where the right hand goes in, and farther up, where I'm going to show you soon, is where the left hand goes into. So here you pull from there, it comes off nicely for the right hand, and then a little farther up, detach from here, and this is where you put in the left hand. I'll flip the sword around to see another angle. And now we'll get into close-ups of Ryuko. Here's a front view of Ryuko. From top to bottom, we see her hair, the two horns, Senketsu's eye, and some of her uniform. A pretty serious expression since she's in combat mode, which is actually this is in normal mode as well. I forgot to mention that. A shot on the right side to see more of her body, her arm, her leg, a little bit more of her skirt. In the back, we see her back, more of her skirt, another angle on the sword, her open palm, and even her red in the hair in the back. And on the left side, we see detail in the jet booster, her legs, her skirt, and her body once more. Last and absolutely not least, the last mode we'll see her in. Again, Ryuko in decapitation mode. Here's a good angle of how long the sword can be. And one more shot in this angle in the back to show you the decapitation sword. This figure of Ryuko from Phat Company is excellent. I love the figure a lot. I love Ryuko a lot, actually, too. The expression, the colorization, everything about it is just awesome. There's only a few things I don't like about it. The first thing is, well, it was kind of late. It didn't come out the date it was planned. I'm guessing it was because the rock was added to make sure that it's stable. I mean, if without the rock with the peg anyway, it was already stable. But I guess they wanted to add more stabilization. The sword, the decapitation sword. I'm saying it's kind of hard to put it in to the figure. You have to separate her arms out a little bit just to get it in um, firmly. And I kind of don't like altering the figure already. But I mean, that's up to you to decide. For the size, I kind of hoped it would be 1/7 instead of 1/8. 1/8 is kind of small, especially when she's in her lunging pose like this. It makes her kind of small. It makes her width more if you're using decap mode, but that's really it. And that's where I go into the pose. I was thinking about a different pose, but now that I think about it, I can't think of another pose because it actually fits with another person that's supposed to be in front of her. I wonder who that's supposed to be. But that's all for me. If you like this figure, like this video, tell me what you think about the figure down below in the comments, and subscribe to me for more videos. And this is Animated Dreams. See you in the next one.